Hey y'all, you already know what's going on. It's your girl Q like the letter, and welcome back to It's Time.
All that pain we remain cool. It's a shame what that pain do.
Hello, how y'all doing? My name is Q like the letter, coming back to you with another episode of It's Time. I'm here with Aubri Zior.
Hey you guys.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's going on?
My name is Aubri Zior. I'm a luxury streetwear brand. And I also host kids fashion shows as well, and I also have a entrepreneur events that I do as well. So that's what kind of keeps me motivated and keeps me going, you know.
Wow, how did you get started?
Just it kind of like fell in my lap. I think God gave me the gift, and I just never stopped. Like once I started in December, I kind of kept going, and it just kept flowing right with me.
Wow. Okay, so for people who don't know this, where did you come up with the name Aubri Zior? Like, where did that stem from?
Okay, so my name is Aubri originally, but everybody just couldn't get it right when I was younger, so it's abbreviated. So my name is Aubri, but everybody calls me Aubri or Aubri. They couldn't really get together, so I kind of like grew into this person named Aubri, and the Zior just kind of fell in my lap as well. I always liked Z names, so that was added on to Zior, and I put it together, and I never wanted to name my brand nothing else. That was the first instant.
Wow. Okay. So for people who don't know this about you, your favorite color is orange.
It is
obviously.
Orange.
When did that become your favorite color, and why?
Actually, it became my favorite color last year because I had dyed my hair orange, but it was by accident. So I had dyed my hair orange, and I didn't want to re-dye it, but I had to because my hair was breaking off. That's a long story, but I fell in love with the color, and I wanted everything in my room to be orange. I started to just grow with the color because my favorite color used to be pink, but then I grew into orange as I got mature, and yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, I like the color orange too. It's just so positive and inviting. When you see orange, it make you want to go, ooh, what they got going on?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So for people who are starting their own business, do you have any advice for them? What would you tell them?
I would tell them, since I'm new to it as well, I would tell them just keep going. Don't let nobody discourage you. People going to have their intakes on what they have to say about you, but it's your brand, it's your baby. Just kind of go with the flow of it. You're going to have some L's, but that's just a delayed win. So basically just keep growing with yourself, because you're going to have times where you do feel discouraged and you do feel down. But at the end of the day, you know your brand is still going to be there for you at the end of the day. So that's what it is.
Okay. So what does Aubri Zior mean to you?
Just like a hustling and motivation. Like that's what it's basically surrounded by.
Right.
Your hustle kind of speaks for you. So basically you could talk all you want, but at the end of the day, what you got to show for it, what you have to bring to the table. So for me, it's not just a pretty face, it's not just a cute girl, but I have brains and I have beauty at the same time. So I know if I come to the table, it's going to be with something more than, my appearance. So that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. And that's all what we're about here at It's Time. We're all like,
I appreciate
it's time. It's really time.
Yeah,
like
I really
we're
appreciate
all about, hitting the ground running, taking those risks, getting out there, beating odds, proving people wrong, proving yourself wrong, and just that's all it's about.
Because you're only in competition with yourself.
Honestly, for real.
Yeah,
honestly.
That's what it is.
So speaking of that, what's the most challenging thing of being an entrepreneur?
I would say planning, especially when you're your own manager at the time. I would say definitely planning, because at the end of the day, you are young. You are trying to get everything together for your brand, money-wise. You don't know if you should quit your 9 to 5 or if you should stay with your 9 to 5 because it funds your business.
Right.
But basically just staying ahead of yourself. It kind of scares you sometimes because you don't know if you're going to fail, but failing shouldn't be in your mind, but you get those thoughts because it's normal. But I would say that's the hardest part, is planning, because sometimes you want to go out and go have fun, but you got to plan for other, stuff for your brand.
Okay. So when it comes to finding people for a team, are you more attracted to talented people or hustlers? Because I hear you talk a lot about hustling.
Yeah.
So what do you? What type of qualities do you look for?
Yeah, I would say definitely a mixture of both, because hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. So basically, if you're talented at doing like a position, and you know you're talented, but it takes that one person to bring it out of you. That's like your hustle now. So it's like it kind of like ties into both, but I like real authentic people that knows what they're doing and has fun with it, because if you're not having fun with it, you shouldn't be doing it at all.
Right.
Like at all. So that's kind of what it is basically. That's how I like created my team that I'm creating now. So I'm trying to just that's what it is.
All right. Who's one person, not necessarily a celebrity or famous person, but who's one person that inspires your work that you do and the type of people that you flock to, and who inspires that? Like, who inspires your whole style?
I would say Milano D. Rouge.
Wow.
She's a big inspiration to me. The way she moves, the way she kind of like her thought process. I kind of study her, because you have to study the greats to be great. So
most definitely.
To me, she's awesome. She's very phenomenal, and she has a lot going for herself. She has her own store in Philly, so that's what kind of motivates me the most too.
I think she got one in Cali too, right?
Yeah, I think she's making one in Cali, but she kind of wanted to keep it, close to home. So, she's a big inspiration. Her and Tiana Taylor. She's a good entrepreneur, and people don't know her like that. People don't know the fact that she is an entrepreneur. So, them two the most, really.
It's funny that you mentioned Tiana Taylor. I was just watching this interview of her with Joe Budden.
Yeah.
And he was asking her like questions, and she was talking about exactly what you kind of mentioned a little bit about earlier. She was talking about feeling a little bit not insecure, but having doubt in herself and her work and her craft. And so how do you, when you do get those times where you may feel discouraged, or you may have certain self-doubts about what you're doing, what do you do to keep that motivation on the high?
On a high. Okay, so personally, I usually pray like out the random. Like some people are religious, some people aren't. But personally speaking, from my perspective, I'm really religious. So even when I feel down and sad and I go through this depression stage, I kind of just stop and pray, because I be having moments where I be wanting to break down. But at the end of the day, I know God is on my side. He's right behind me. He's right behind my brand, because he's the one that gave me the gift. So that's kind of who I look up to, really, and my mom.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap here at It's Time. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I want y'all to stay tuned for the next episode. She will be back, most definitely.
Cool.
Follow her. Give us your socials.
Okay, so my social is at Aubri Zior. It's AUBRI ZIOR, and the one with all my supporters on there is called Zior Hustlers. So ZIOR HUSTLERS.
All that pain, we remain cool. It's a shame what that fame do. Feed your fam and just stay humble.
Hello, how y'all doing? My name is... Wait, I'm too far from me. Way too far from me. It's in it. It's just, I feel like we look like we don't know each other.
Hey y'all,